Hi, my name is Galia Paliga, and I am the president of the NC National Organization for Women, also known as NC Now. I've been involved in the women's marches since the beginning. Women and allies all over the world moved in defiance in similar directions. Trump becoming president pulled a lot of women into fighting for a better future. It forced many to run for office to be the change they wanted to see. We've seen that in 2018 and 2020. As NC Now president, part of my role is to tell members and others about what's going on around the state, to document events, and it's been a joy with the women's marches. There were 13 women's marches in North Carolina in 2017. The right to assemble is recognized as a human right and protected in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Not that Trump would know that. Speaking of the Constitution, 2020 is also the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment. As you know, women gained the right to vote, but too many women were prevented from voting for too long. Black women, indigenous women, immigrant women, poor women, many were prevented from voting until 1965, and now we have voter suppression again. As we've learned, having the right to vote is not enough. NC Now has many articles on suffrage centennial events over the last year. They began with the She Changed the World kickoff event in September of 2019 at the state capitol in Raleigh. And we had a When Women Gather Uniting for Positive Change event on July 25th. This event evolved, as did everything this year with the coronavirus. It started as a women's conference in person at Bennett in Greensboro, but changed into a magical morning on Zoom. We reached 685 people via Zoom and Facebook Live with this event. Another change we've seen is Black Lives Matter in the context of women. This year, the extended George Floyd protests became the largest nationwide protests. They started May 26, and 15 million to 26 million people are estimated to have participated. At our state conference on October 9th and 10th, Dr. Valerie Johnson is going to speak about racial injustice in the justice system for women. The changes that resulted, for example, from the killing of Breonna Taylor would not have happened before all these protests. We have a military Me Too movement, too. My attention all summer was riveted on the disappearance and murder of Vanessa Guillen at Fort Hood in Texas. Her disappearance kicked off a military Me Too movement, and actual change is coming to the military. They're going to have to change their handling of sex crimes, finally. It's also coming to Fort Bragg and Fayetteville. We're having a panel on what's still wrong at Fort Bragg with their handling of sex crimes and how to address them. So please join us October 9th and 10th on Zoom for our conference. I'm out of time, but the idea here is focusing women's power now on the vote. We must get this cancer out of the White House. The NC Now conference theme is Voting Our Future Now. That is what we must do. Go vote. Thank you.